Hello once again, I am Mario the Artisan Rogue, and this is another book review. This one covering The League of Lady Poisoners, Illustrated True Stories of Dangerous Women by Lisa Perrin. She is the author and illustrator of this book, and oh my god, what a book. Seriously, look at this thing. This is so nuts. I happened upon this book, and I was completely taken aback when I saw it. This video isn't even going to begin to do justice to the hot foil treatment on the front and back cover of this book. I worked forever using hot foil, digital foil, cold foil for a few clients, and as weird as that industry is, I always love the end result products. And understand, I just showed you right now, I picked this up for $7. It MSRPs for $24.95, 25 bucks. Absolutely worth it just based on the look of this book. And I know that sounds so dorky, but I'm being honest. As a graphic designer, illustrator, and writer, this was hitting all the right notes for me. Thematically, I was already all in, and I hadn't even looked into the book. I hadn't even heard about it until I saw it sitting on the shelf. Now, I got it for $7 because it was from a reclamation place, and I'm ever so glad I did. It's worth it. Look at this illustration here on the inside. Now, the illustrations, I was really taken aback by them. As I'm flipping through the book, you're going to notice they have a sort of whimsical, sort of retro, very modern look, which is probably the result of working in, today's all-encompassing thing where pop culture takes up, a lot of influence from everywhere. I love this bit here. For my parents who really hoped my first book would be a children's book. So that's a nice way to kind of start the whole book. The contents are great. Professional poisoners, money and greed, anger and revenge, love and obsession. It covers over 25 women in history that utilized poisons in different ways. They were either teaching it, utilizing it. There's so many in there. And I only recognized a few of the women that were noted in this book. From what I understand, this was published through Chronicle Books on September 19th in 2023. There's 208 pages in this book. But from what I understand, the overall scope of this is a very well researched, very well put together collection of stories about women in history who utilized poison for their various needs. Some of them completely in a villainous arc, some of them in a more sympathetic way. And I totally understand that. Now, when I was reading this, I was like, is this legal? The amount of information that was in here was wild. This toxic timeline was crazy, and it goes even deeper into this because after you get done reading all this sort of thing, it goes into this other aspect over here talking about poisonous plants. And let's just take a goddamn moment to appreciate how beautiful these illustrations are. These are stunning. I struggle when I do a lot of different flora illustrations, and this really inspired me. Never mind the fact that, like in this area, talking about all the information being laid out, the wolfsbane being described and delineated, and then all of the poisonous creatures, just a few of them, a small handful of them. Now, I'm not sure if these are the direct ones that were used historically by the people in this book. I don't know that yet because, full disclosure, I haven't had a chance to completely read through the book yet. I really wish I had. But at the same time, I kind of like getting a book and then just going through it after the first cursory glance. When I did, I was stopping on pages like this. And I'm going to go into my typography and design nerd moment here. That's gorgeous. I know this isn't everyone's cup of tea. I get that. But when I look at the pages, I'm looking at the negative space used, the typography, the layout in general. I love this sort of thing. And it reminds me that I don't have to cram a lot of my own publications and do sensory overload. I can pull back. I can really refine things and celebrate work that is done this way because it makes me want to aim higher. Sure, absolutely. I'm jealous. This is her first book out the gate. I am totally blown away by the fact that this much excellence is here in my hand in the form of a 208-page book filled with historical facts, filled with fantastic writing and illustrations. The reviews I've seen online have been glowing. A lot of people recommend this book. I'm actually surprised that I hadn't heard about this before. Because every single thing about this, especially the outside aesthetic of it, screams my name. I can't believe in all the times on YouTube or Amazon or anything else like that this was never recommended to me. I don't understand this. But I have it now. It's fantastic. I may do a deeper dive. I've thought about this before, but I've got so many books I got to get through that it's just nice to be able to have this on hand and see this and let you guys know about it. There's more information down below in the description, including a link to the MIT Press bookstore. So if you want to check that out down below, feel welcome to. Again, I'm just going to hold this here so you guys can take a look at the overall aesthetic of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I did see one review online that said if Absinthe was a published book, this would be it. I can agree with that completely. Everything about this on the outside too, just it makes you want to put it facing forward on your bookshelf, which is absolutely my plan. I'm going to set it up straight up just so every single time I walk by I can see it. I have a few books like this in my collection, even the spine. Oh my God, that is just freaking gorgeous. And I'm really happy it wasn't damaged. A lot of times when I pick up books like this at this price, I find them with the ends kind of bent and everything. I still would have picked it up. I absolutely still would have picked it up. But it was great to find something like this in this condition. I was really surprised. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you get a chance to read it, or if you have read this, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys thought about this. I think this is a perfect gift for anyone into fantasy role-playing games, fantasy games, murder stuff, anything like that. If you've got an open mind, and I'm certain the library probably carries this book. I'm almost certain of it. Once again, thanks for watching. I am Mario the Artisan Rogue. I hope you enjoyed this little book overview, and I will catch you guys in my next video. We'll see you then.